Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Munce Report. We've got trainer Chris Munce coming to us live from the Eagle Farm jump outs. Well, mate, wrapping up a huge Magic Millions week. You're back into it, back into the normal routine, but I guess it's been a huge couple of weeks and you've got some new additions to the stable. 8 horses, 8 new horses, new yearlings purchased from the sale. Some, obviously private owners that are sending them to you, and also you picked up 4 quality yearlings to be offered to the ownership group and the wider public. Let's just chat quickly through those, and you can tell us a little bit more about your thoughts on them. You picked up a lovely bay or brown filly by Merchant Navy out of a Savabeel mare, Santuza.
Yeah, well, she's obviously by Merchant Navy's a first season sire, but she's just a really nice filly, strong, out of a Savabeel mare. So she's probably at some point going to look to get out over a trip, but conformation-wise and the way she moves, I wouldn't be surprised to see her sort of be able to be competitive in the shorter trips as well. But yeah, I was really pleased to be able to get her. She was just a good quality-looking filly.
Yeah, and she's already the sold sign's gone up on her, so obviously she was popular from that point of view. You then picked up a Capitalist colt out of PANDA'S turn. Of course, Capitalist was a Magic Millions 2-year-old classic winner and also a Golden Slipper winner. So you'd think this horse would have that early running speed also.
Yeah, and I mean, he looked exactly like Capitalist, same colour, same sort of markings, and was just had the same sort of character that Capitalist did it as a yearling as well. So really excited to get him in the stable. I thought he was good value at 80,000. I just thought that he was the right sort of horse for this Brisbane style of racing. He's a speedy little fella, and yeah, just a good confirmation, good body.
Good stuff. Then you picked up another colt by Flying ARTIE out of ABBA, and obviously there's been a few jokes, few naming suggestions already running around with this horse being by ABBA, and I believe you've already got one in your pocket yourself that you're keen to call this colt.
Well, there was plenty of names getting thrown up, but yeah, no, look, he's just a really nice colt. This big, loose walking fella. I think he's a sort of horse, even though he looks like he might get out over a trip, the pedigree lines suggest that he should be able to run early. But overall, he was just a lovely, lovely colt with good swagger about him, and I'm sure he'll be a nice colt to get under saddle.
Very good. And then last but certainly not least, you might have saved your best for last in a bay filly by JUKEBOX out of Friendly Glow. Lots to like about her, and hearing the comments from yourself and bloodstock agent Julian Blackstone, you think she's an early, if people want an early runner, this is the one.
Yeah, well, I was really pleased when Julian found this filly for me. He's adamant that she'll get up and run early, and I'm pretty confident that looking at her and looking at the pedigree page that he's right. She should be able to show us before Christmas if she's going to be able to measure up to these early races. Just a really nice filly. Obviously, the sire JUKEBOX, he was a group winner for Kira Mara as well, and it's just a real speed family. So yeah, very excited to be able to bring her to the stable and get her going.
Very good. She's an early foal as well, an August foal. So just quickly, just touching on your plan with them. Obviously, that they've had all sales preparation and that sort of thing, so they all go for a nice break and get a chance to relax before you start the education process.
Yeah, well, I always like to give them just a week or two out before we break them in, just to let them clear their head a bit. It's a big preparation, particularly this year when they had to be in the stables for so long and at the sales for so long. So I just think give them a couple of weeks on the grass to let them clear their head, and then we can go to the breaking process. And obviously, being early foals, they should be able to handle that quite well.
Oh, very good. Exciting times, and I'm sure everyone involved with the stable will be excited to see them once they do come in, and we'll no doubt track, whether it's on social media and in this show, we can track their progress as they come through. So it's exciting times. Let's get into the preview. A little quieter on the runner front, I guess, after a big Magic Millions period. Focus, I guess, is the Doomben meeting on Saturday, where in race 3, which is a benchmark 72 handicap over the mile, you've got 2 runners lining up. Smart Meteor, barrier 2 for Larry Cassidy, and Lucky Jackson, barrier 5 for Ronnie Stewart.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, this time of year we always go a little bit quiet because all our major horses are sort of prepped up for the Magic Millions and the better races over the summer carnival. So now it's a little bit of a quiet time for the next few weeks, but hopefully we'll build up then going into the duel and then into the winter. But Smart Meteor and Lucky Jackson are both in a very good race. Lucky Jackson has to start to aim up and show me something tomorrow. Otherwise, he might be a horse that we're looking to move on if he doesn't start to lift his game and race a bit more competitively. So he's been a good old horse, but he really needs to start to aim up. Smart Meteor, he's obviously a horse. He's been a bit frustrating for punters the last couple of starts, but I just think he's had genuine excuses, lack of speed, heavy weights, whereas he gets into a race tomorrow where I do believe there's good speed. He's still got a little bit of weight to have to lump, but I feel the horse is just starting to come right now, particularly his coat. He's just starting to clean up nicely. So I want to see him really hitting the line and hopefully winning a race like this tomorrow.
Very good. Well, he's fifth up into his prep, so obviously fit enough, and hopefully he can bring his best form. The other runner on the Doomben program in race 9 is Arthur in Charge, who was an impressive last start winner. No luck with the barriers there. Barrier 14 for Mark Duplessis.
Yeah, well, it's a shame he's drawn where he did. I mean, the horse is absolutely flying. I've got no doubt from a good draw he'd have certainly been one of the major players in the race. I still think he will be. But he's certainly going to need a good ride from Mark from that barrier to be able to win a race like this. But if he does happen to get the right sort of run, he's a genuine chance in the race for sure.
Okay, well, that's the Doomben program. We move over to Sunshine Coast Friday night. You've got 2 runners heading up there. The Golden Bear lines up in a Class 2 plate over the 1,600 metres. He finished midfield last start.
Yeah, well, he's starting to get out to distance that suits. He's still a little bit big in condition, but he looks amazing. I've never seen him look so good going to the races, coat-wise and health-wise. He's very well. I still think he's going to need a run like this tonight to sort of get him right up to the mark. But having said that, small field, if he got the right sort of run, I wouldn't be surprised to see him figure in the finish somewhere. But he's on the right track.
The other runner on the Sunshine Coast program is Cartier, who lines up in a maiden plate over the 1,600 metres for Bobby Alyssa from Barrier 11.
Yeah, look, I've never seen a horse improve like she has. So tonight, I'm just hoping Bobby's able to put her in the race in a competitive spot in the first half of the field there somewhere. She's another one that's drawn a bit awkward, but if she can race to her work, she'll certainly be a horse that'll be a threat in the finish there. If she's done well, she looks good, and her work's improved enormously. So she's going to be big odds, but I think if she can lucky enough to get the right sort of run, she's a chance in the race for sure.
Very good, mate. Well, that's the Sunshine Coast program. Just looking ahead to Bow Desert on Tuesday, I saw you had Better Rush nominated out there. It's obviously still only early days at the moment, but do you know whether you'll have Better Rush lining up?
I think I will, so long as she draws well. I'll take her out there. It's just a benchmark 58, and it's 1,100 metres, which suits her. So so long as she draws the right barrier, I would suggest she goes round, yes.
Very good, mate. Well, that's the wrap. We'll leave you to your binoculars and the jump outs. All the best, and good luck to yourself and connections over the weekend.
Good on you, Adam. Thanks, mate.